Now, the secret in this is that you do this every day, and this particular part of the method compounds. Those first few seconds are so imperative, so important to living a fruitful life. The awareness that you have of yourself and your current positioning is so important to the person that you're going to be in the next few seconds. What I can tell you about awareness is that it's in your hands right now. The idea of lack, of scarcity, is non-existent. Those different fears begin to accumulate. The fear of what that person thinks, what he or she thinks. Our soul is not a container, it's a conductor. There is something more out there, and if you feel that, you can channel it. Everyone has that ability. Hello, and thank you once again for joining me for Pat Nash RAW, where I speak to the camera without any preconceived idea of what I'm going to say, nor a script to follow, just one chain of continuous conscious thought, expressing my thoughts and ideas that I've had throughout the week and putting them all into one video. Now, something that I do want to speak about today is the Superhuman Method. Now, what is the Superhuman Method? The Superhuman Method has been applied by all the greats, all the most influential speakers, all the greatest influencers. You will notice something very similar about these people, and they've all applied this particular method. Now, I'm not going to give you a whole list of the sort of biohacking methods that you could follow, nutritional facts that you need to follow, particular movement that you need to adjust in your everyday routine. But that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with your routine and habits. Now, your routine and habits directly influence the choices that you make throughout your day. So, the beginning of your day, the step one of the Superhuman Method is to start your day with grace. To eat the toad first. Start your day in a way that you would like for the rest of your day to unfold. Now, the secret in this is that you do this every day, and this particular part of the method compounds. You'll notice that after a week of applying grace to your every morning, the first moment you wake up, the first 30 seconds of your day, those particular thoughts compound throughout the week, over the months, and throughout the years. And by the end of your life, you can look back and say, wow, thank you, Superhuman Method, for telling me that those first few seconds are so imperative, so important to living a fruitful life. So, where does this begin? This begins with metacognition. If we're going to go into the neuroscience of this, metacognition and neuroplasticity. You need to begin rewiring your brain so that in the first few moments of waking up, rather than checking your phone or initially going straight to the thought patterns of, oh wow, I have to do work today. I have to do this. I have to do that. Those first few moments are absolutely crucial. So how are you going to wake up? Now, I understand that there are some parents out there that wake up to a screaming child or a spouse saying, hey, give me a hand doing this. You don't really have time to second guess your thoughts in those scenarios, and I totally understand. But once you readjust your mind into a place of thinking fruitfully in those first few seconds, it doesn't matter what scenario you encounter. You'll have the power to redirect, transmute, alchemize any energy from your surrounding environments into one that applies to this Superhuman Method and allows you to start your day with grace. So instead of having those negative thoughts, begin with the positive. I get to do this. I get to do that. I get to wake up. Now, that's something you don't hear a lot of people complaining about, not waking up, because those that don't wake up don't get to express those feelings. the fact that we're here right now, the fact that you got to wake up this morning, the fact that you're listening to the words that I'm saying is such a crucial and beneficial part of your everyday life. Now, it doesn't just need to be my words, of course. There are many other brilliant educators out there that speak their voice, that speak their truth in a way that can help sustain your life. Fill it with the sustenance you need to become a better person. So those first few moments are absolutely crucial, and it's only a few seconds. You know, we could compare this to the way Usain Bolt lives his life. He worked so damn hard for many, many years just to run a few seconds. The few seconds count. And if you think time's going by too quickly, hold yourself in a lunge. I can trust you by the 2-minute mark. You're going to see how slowly time can feel. Now, this can also be experienced through something like meditation, where you can slow time down, where you can either sit with your thoughts or allow them to pass, finding that deeper self. Not an easy task at first, but one that is extremely rewarding over time. And that leads us into the second portion of the Superhuman Method. Understanding yourself. Understanding yourself is crucial, whether it is you appearing in relationships, you standing up on stage, speaking your truth to an audience, whether it's you concocting a new brand for yourself, a personal brand that expresses the true you, the deepest self, or it can be in the spiritual sense. The spiritual sense in understanding who you really are, beyond this ego, beyond this vessel, beyond the container of thoughts. There is something more out there, and if you feel that, you can channel it. Everyone has that ability. Now, it's not an ability that I'm fully in tune with yet, but over the years, after delving into these practices, after reading many, many, many books, after listening to many educators in this particular field, I'm understanding that these energies aren't just fabricated ideas of woo-woo. There's a much deeper meaning to understanding this, whatever your idea of spirituality or religion may be. It lies deep within the belief system. And that's exactly where method 2, the second part of the Superhuman Method, lies, in your belief. Are you going to believe in yourself? Are you going to believe that the best, highest version of you can be applied and embodied to yourself every single day? Beyond those first few moments, what decisions are you going to make? What choices are you going to choose to allow that highest version of you to appear in the current, present you? You need to believe in yourself. Now, belief can stem from the desire to accumulate pleasure, or it may be to rid yourself of pain. And you'll do anything you can to avoid one of those two realms. And no matter the situation, no matter the scenario, whether you're trying to avoid suffering in those particular cases, you're usually going one way or the other. You're running away from pain or you're chasing pleasure. And whichever the stronger is, based on the scenario, is the direction you usually take. That's the direction I've usually taken. And it's something that I wished I could realize a lot earlier in my life. Because that self-awareness is so damn important in being able to make change and to grow, which leads us into the third portion of the Superhuman Method, awareness. Being aware of yourself, being aware of your actions, being aware of your environments, these all accumulate. These help shape the person that you are. And if you believe that you cannot escape any one of these particular realms, then I'm sorry, my friend, but you are wrong, because you can escape. You can relieve yourself from this pain, from this mindset of feeling stuck. Being aware of your mindset makes a huge difference in the outcomes at which you're trying to achieve. This awareness can help shape a better you today, not tomorrow. The past is in the past, but today, right now, in the present. Being able to make the choices based on your beliefs is an awareness. It's the awareness to make change and to proceed forward in becoming a better version of you. So how, Pat? How do you achieve the awareness that you currently have? Well, it doesn't come overnight. It doesn't come over months of practice. It doesn't come over years of listening to particular podcasts about awareness or other gurus about what they should say, and by no means am I a guru. But what I can tell you about awareness is that it's in your hands right now. The awareness that you have of yourself and your current positioning is so important to the person that you're going to be in the next few seconds. And that's all it takes, a few seconds. Being aware of your current situation and allowing yourself to make the decisions to push yourself forward, to propel yourself into the future. We always look at the future as being a few weeks, a few months, a few years from now, but no, the future is a few seconds from now. And that can change within such a minute amount of time. And those changes apply right in here. It doesn't take long. Some of the greatest decisions were made like that. You could be going out for a walk, you could be sitting on the train, and suddenly something hits, an awareness. Whether it happens serendipitously or by choice. That self-awareness is such a key portion of the Superhuman Method. It's a portion that should not be taken lightly, but it is a portion that is absolutely required to becoming your higher self and walking that highest path. To truly find the freedom that you need to express, which leads us into the fourth portion of the Superhuman Method, expression. Beginning your day with grace, belief, self-awareness, and expression. How do you express your feelings? How do you express your truth? Is it through dance? Is it through play? Is it through voice? Is it through art and creativity? We cannot thrive if we believe that it must be contained. Our soul is not a container, it's a conductor. It conducts all the truths, all the beliefs, that flow through the wind, all the secret coding that's entwined within the collective consciousness, it conducts itself through us. And when I say through, that requires expression, because we are not a container. We do not take in and hold. We share. And ultimately, that's how the human race in particular has been able to evolve in the particular way that it has. Expression. We have the mind, we have the brain capacity to allow us to express. We have the consciousness, the thing that lies beyond what's in here. The thing that is from without, comes within, and then allows us to express. If you can express yourself clearly, concisely, and in a way that settles in the viewer or listener's heart, mind, soul, with conviction, you are truly living out what it means to be a superhuman. Expression through your art. We see savants, people born with incredible skill, and it's usually in children where they haven't been conditioned by the world. Their idea of lack, of scarcity, is non-existent. It hasn't been imbued into their minds because there hasn't been enough time for that to happen. Their souls feel the need to express right from the get-go. And if they've been put in the right place at the right time, given to this world by the right humans, the right parents, then they may be lucky enough to express from that moment. As we get older, we forget that conditioning steers us into a different direction. We begin with a fear of the darkness and a fear of heights, but suddenly that fear, those different fears begin to accumulate. The fear of what that person thinks, what he or she thinks. And that limits our expression. What if she doesn't like my painting? What if he doesn't align with my values and my words? We tend to find ourselves lost, insecure, and unable to fully express. So this is a portion of what the Superhuman Method requires you to become a superhuman. As we've seen, like I said, so many others in the past achieve. And when one of these people walk into a room, you feel them. You understand that they harness this particular power, these particular energies and these frequencies that you can't quite put your finger on. They're at one with themselves and with the universe because they understand what is required to be a superhuman. They may not be able to express that, but that deeper understanding lies within. Now, please join me for a little bit of reflection. We're going to begin by finding yourself in a comfortable seated position with your hands in either chin or yana mudra and a straight back. And we're going to begin with an exhale before our reflections. Exhale. Inhale. May we apply the Superhuman Method to our everyday lives, from the first thought to our beliefs, our awareness, and our expression. May we believe and take action, proactive action, into becoming our highest self. Exhale. Inhale. Our superhuman self thrives on proactivity within the decisions that we make every single moment, leading toward the highest version of ourselves. They appear, they disappear, but it's only when we take action on those thoughts do we see the change in our own lives. Exhale. Inhale. All these methods accumulate and compound based on your actions and your ability to reflect upon yourself, the ability to alchemize all energies from without to within, and for you to be able to continually express your love, compassion, knowledge and kindness to the world and those around you. Exhale. Thank you all for joining me yet again. I'm here in a beautiful conservation park in the hills of Australia, South Australia. What better place to express my truth than within nature, a wonderful realm where we can all breathe and thrive together. This is a true place of freedom for me, and somewhere that I need to embrace every single week, at least once, barefooted, feeling the earth, feeling Mama Gaia, whoever it is that you truly believe in, and understand that this is a part of my devotion to my own craft, to my own beliefs and my own truth. I'm so thankful for being here, and honestly, being surrounded by nature like this allows me to truly believe that I'm in my element just by being a human and being able to wake up every day to express the superhuman method. And I hope you feel the same about life as well, because waking up in the morning is one of the greatest gifts that we all get to experience. I'm going to leave it on that note, and as always, go out there, play safe with one another, be kind to each other, and most of all, bless you all. Thank you for being here. Mwah.